What's going on, you guys? Thank you guys so much for tuning into another video. I actually had no intentions on recording a video today. I was kind of just going to take the day off, but I noticed something specifically yesterday, and I kind of want to make a video about it and address it to you guys. And I don't want to wait to post it. I want to post it right away because I feel like it's something you guys should be aware of and you guys should know. So I want to start off by saying this mostly applies to people who collect jerseys and kind of take pride in the jerseys they have and kind of how they look and the quality of the jerseys. Of course, if you don't collect jerseys and you just want to buy one for your team, but you still want it to be as good as it can be, you're paying $200, you want it to be perfect, honestly. This could apply to you as well, but mainly this is for those people who are continuously going out and buying new jerseys. So last night, I was on Ben H. I don't know if you guys know who he is. Ben H is Ben H sells jerseys on eBay. He's probably the best guy to buy jerseys from. If you're gonna buy a jersey near full price, he is the guy to go to. I typically don't try to buy jerseys full price, but I have bought a few from him, and he is cheaper than retail. Most Adidas jerseys go for $200 on, say, Adidas or Sport Check or anything like that. But if you buy from him, I think he has it listed at $189, and then if you email him and you take 10% off, you get around, it's about $179, I'd say, roughly, which it's so $180. So you're getting $20 off, plus it's free shipping. He ships it to you, and his shipping is perfect. Like, he ships it in a box, really good quality, make sure nothing happens to this jersey, and it's always top notch. I've never had a problem with him before. And he also does something that I don't see a lot of other companies, or I don't see any companies doing, and I've noticed this more since the Prime Green came out. So Ben occasionally will put out an auction for a jersey that has like a minor flaw, where just something small is wrong with the jersey, and he's selling it at whatever the auction goes for. Now, he did this occasionally with like Aero Ready jerseys, but not very often. It was like maybe once a month, or whenever he'd get a shipment in, he'd have one or two jerseys with flaws and he'd send it out. Well, the Prime Green so far, it's been like almost every week. There's been 2-3 jerseys posted on there with minor flaws, 2 of which I was so close to getting. Yesterday, there was one, I believe it went for like 60 or $70, and it was the St. Louis Blues Winter Classic jersey. It just had a minor stitching flaw on the jersey, and then there was a Columbus Blue Jackets alternate, which went for I think $100, and it was Prime Green, and it was my size and everything. And it just had little stitching, like on the bottom of the jersey, it just had some loose threads and stuff, something that you could easily get off with scissors if you're careful, or a lighter if you're careful as well. But these are minor flaws, but nonetheless, they're still flaws. And this kind of got me thinking, if Ben H has so many of these, he gets about the same shipments that all retailers get. He just gets a shipment from Adidas themselves, and he sells them on eBay at a good price. He sells them on eBay at a lower price than retail, so people go to him instead. Very, very smart. So he technically makes less money per sale than these stores, but he's making more sales most likely. So in the end, he's making more money, which is genius. It got me thinking for sure, like, if he's getting these flaws, how many retail stores are also getting flawed jerseys? Could you potentially order a jersey from Adidas themselves and get one with like these stitching flaws or minor flaws that Ben H notices himself? He looks through clearly every jersey and notices it and puts it up, knowing he's gonna get way less. He could post those jerseys and just send them out to somebody without any knowledge whatsoever, or just looking a blind eye, just not looking at the problem. Send it to somebody and they get a jersey with some loose stitches. They might not even know, depending how if you analyze your jerseys, you will know. But from what I've seen, if you don't analyze it, you might not know. But that's besides the point. The point is, this person could be paying and getting a jersey with a flaw on it, even if it's not a big flaw. And for people who collect jerseys, some people don't want any flaws at all. So he goes out of his way to look to see if there's flaws on these jerseys, and then posts them knowing he's selling it for half the price he would otherwise, even though it's such a minuscule flaw. Now, some of them are minuscule flaws, but some of them are quite big. That Columbus one, if you didn't want to take the time or you weren't comfortable trying to burn the threads off or cut them, it was pretty noticeable. There was a lot of there was a lot of threads just jumping up, and it went like the whole bottom of the jersey. That one was quite noticeable, so I understand why he put that one on there. But just be careful, because this now has me wondering. Be careful buying a jersey from retail. Analyze your jerseys when you get them, because Prime Green ones specifically could have these flaws that Ben is noticing, and Adidas or the retailer, Sports Check, or whatever it may be, just doesn't care. And like, they don't check that stuff. For all they're concerned, it's Adidas's fault that you buy a jersey with loose threads. That retail doesn't care. Like, it's not sweat off their back. They're not really gonna lose a customer. You still bought the jersey, and they have enough customers as is, so they don't care. So just be careful. If you don't want a jersey with a flaw on it, even a minor flaw, then maybe just buy from Ben H, to be honest. Hopefully I found some photos of a couple of examples, if they're still up on the eBay site, that I can put on the screen so you guys can kind of see what flaws I'm talking about. The St. Louis Blues one was one that I was going to buy that jersey even though I already have it, and just maybe give it away because it was really cheap, and I would have loved to give away either that one or my one that's totally fine to one of you guys, but I couldn't get it, unfortunately. But just be on the lookout. I really wanted to tell you guys about this because I've noticed it more and more and more, especially with prime green jerseys, that more are coming in specifically to Ben H with flaws. And just because Ben H notices them does not mean that these other retails don't have flaws. Like, just because it's some guy on eBay doesn't mean that these other stores are not getting the same flaws or even different flaws or even more flaws than what Ben H is getting. Ben H is a very good salesman. He's been selling jerseys for a while, and he gets them, like I said, straight from Adidas. It's the same way that all these other retail stores are getting these jerseys, so most likely they are also getting them as well. I just can't stress it enough. If you guys care about the look of your jerseys, be careful, especially buying online, because you never know if you're going to get one of the ones with a flaw. I'll have Ben's eBay and his email in the top of the description. If you guys do want to buy a jersey, I would go check out his eBay and see if he has that jersey you want and the size, because all the ones he has posted don't have flaws. He most likely went through all of his jerseys to check if they did, so the one you'll be buying, you'll know 100% will be good. It's also way cheaper than buying at retail, so I highly recommend you go buy it from him. Be careful. Like I said, I really wanted to make this video just to give it to your guys' attention that you could be getting a jersey with flaws, so check. If it does have a flaw, you might have to email the retailer or something to get it resolved. I don't know what the process would be there. I personally, I'm one of those people that don't really care, depending if it's a minor flaw, I wouldn't know. But a lot of them are quite minor, and they're with the logo and the stitching themselves. But it's enough that Ben is posting it on there for half price because he doesn't feel comfortable giving it away as a full price product to his customers, which says something. If it's that big of a deal and he's noticing it and being able to point them out which ones have flaws, then it's obviously a big enough flaw and noticeable enough to him, so it should be to some of you guys. Obviously, if you don't care, that's fine. I personally don't really care. It depends on the flaw, but it's just something to be aware of. It's something I want you guys to be aware of. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new to the channel, it means a lot if you guys subscribed, liked the video if you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace. Very quickly, you guys, just while I was editing this video, I decided to add in quick little kind of disclaimer. Just because you buy a jersey online, I'm not saying that you will 100% get it with defects or whatever. Just note that the possibility's there. You could probably buy 100 jerseys and one of them be the one with a defect. Just, it will really suck, and it'll really like put a damper on your day if you're super excited to get a jersey, especially when you saved up $200 for and it does have a defect. So no, I am not saying that every single jersey you buy is going to have a problem with it. Just know that there are some out there that do have problems, and you obviously don't want it to be the one that you buy. So kind of just keep that in mind when you are buying it, that there is still a small percentage and a small chance that you do get one with a defect. So again, thank you guys so much for watching.